Tonight, broken hearts for little lives lost. Grief grips the US town tormented by a shooting tragedy.
Don't understand how we could hurt innocent children. I just don't get that. What did those poor babies do to you?
The love letters and late-night calls, Adele Carl's claims prove she's no jilted lover.
It's a circus, it's a soap opera, and I say stop it.
And citywide rail network, WA Labor's mass transport plan.
This is 10 News at 5 with Natarsha Billing.
Good evening. First tonight, the names and faces are now being put to the 27 victims of the Newtown massacre. The majority were children, just 6 or 7 years of age, shot multiple times by the killer, Adam Lanza. 10's US correspondent Emma Dallimore is in Newtown, Connecticut. Shark sightings forced swimmers out of the water at a number of Perth beaches today. The closures occurred from North Cottesloe to as far north as Yanchep after the Westpac rescue helicopter spotted 4 tiger sharks up to 3.5 metres long, feeding near Swanbourne. The sharks remained in the area for some time, about 350 metres offshore. The beaches have since reopened. A Perth man has lost everything after a $150,000 fire gutted his Ellenbrook home. As Rebecca Munro reports, Colin Thirlway has no family and is now homeless. The opposition has revealed an ambitious rail plan it says will curb Perth's growing traffic congestion issues. And while questions remain about funding, experts say it's a serious challenge to the government's own transport plans. Michael Bennett has the details. Let's check in now with the sports headlines with Adam Hawes. And Adam, a great story from the golf, kind of a bit of a Cinderella story.
Tash, this is so much better than Cinderella. Yes, rank outsider Daniel Popovic has won the Australian PGA Championship in just his 3rd professional event. The 26-year-old is ranked 1,251st in the world and was a 400-to-1 chance with the bookies, but he's defied the odds to win the prestigious event, holding off some wily veterans in the process. His remarkable story coming up in sport. And what a turnaround by the Perth Scorchers in the Big Bash. After their shocker against the Melbourne Stars, the Scorchers have ripped through the all-conquering Sydney Sixers at the SCG. At one stage, the Sixers were 6 for 28. We'll have the full highlights very shortly. You don't want to miss that. And another injury worry in the Australian cricket camp. All that coming up in a bumper sports break.
I think you're a bit harsh about the Cinderella story. I love it.
Overrated Cinderella.
Anyway, next in 10 News, Fremantle... Golf's overrated, actually. Fremantle workers set to strike. And Christmas rush, WA's festive shopping frenzy. Now to tonight's other news and the increasingly bitter feud between Adele Carls and her former lover, Troy Buswell, has taken an extraordinary new turn. The Fremantle MP today revealed intimate details of their doomed relationship to prove she's not a jilted lover. Michael Bennett has the latest. Welcome back. You're with 10 News. A strike at Fremantle Port will go ahead after peace talks with the Maritime Union failed. Wharfies are set to walk off the job for 8 days at 5:30 tomorrow morning, potentially putting Christmas shipments in jeopardy. The MUA says while it's agreed on pay and conditions, it cannot find common ground on employment security in the case of privatisation. Transport Minister Troy Buswell this week ruled out privatising the port, calling the claims ridiculous. Perth shoppers are dishing out retail love in a last-minute rush to get presents under the tree for Christmas. West Australians are set to spend more than 3 times the national average this festive season. Alicia Banner has the details. Well, patients soon won't even have to leave the house to see their doctor in what's being called a medical revolution. But the AMA is warning for some patients, online consultations could be risky. Jessica Turner has the details. Time now for a look at the latest weather details with Ruben Morad. And Ruben, it was another stunning end to the weekend today.
Yeah, you can't complain about this at all, Tash. Look at it. Some pretty nice temperatures too, right across the region, above the average, and overall some very settled weather conditions for the southwest. Perth area again enjoyed plenty of sunshine and warm temperatures. Speaking of which, let's take a look at them after overnight lows this morning of 15.7 degrees, 1 degree below the average for this time of year. We hit fairly early daytime high at 11:48 a.m. of 31.4 degrees, 2 above the average for this time of year. Right now in the city, just a tad under 27 degrees, winds very light from the southwest at 9 kilometres an hour, humidity at 50%, and the sea temperature still very nice indeed at a pleasant 20 degrees. Right across the metro area, it was a similarly dry story. Very little rainfall across the metro region. Most of the activity was confined to the state's north and also across the south coast. Temps at Guildford reaching 31 degrees, 34 degrees at Bullsbrook, and around 35 degrees at Northam. Now, tomorrow is set to be another cracking day. All the forecast details for tomorrow and the rest of the week coming up at 5 to 6, Tash.
Thanks, Ruben. We'll see you then. Coming up next, America's Secretary of State out of action after taking ill. Plus, we'll have all the latest on Nelson Mandela's recovery from gallstone surgery. And our exclusive story with WA's Andrew Forrest and his bid to stop slavery.